I was talking to Kate before we started recording this, and you were talking about working with scientists and stuff. I mean, you did your project on a lot of forensics, but you came from a bit more of a creative background, let's say, and you got in touch with these scientists and stuff. Do you think we need to have more of these collaborations of people, let's say unusual collaborations as we know it now, hopefully in the future it won't be, to start to work out these ideas and how we can utilise, you know?
Yeah, massively, because I think there's a big movement of the creative industries going into all sorts of different fields and sectors, but I do think we gravitate towards the same ones at the moment. Like healthcare is quite a big one that a lot of people work within, and like that's really cool because there's a lot of really great things that come from that. But there are so many industries that almost need the sort of thinking, like the creative thinking that to kind of shake them up a bit. Like politics, for example, would be a great one. Like we talk about design thinking a lot and how great it is to like change the world, because it is like this outside perspective and outside thinking. But it's like, could you kind of disseminate that thinking into a lot of other spaces? But also like it is really important with technology to kind of, I always think of designers and like creators as a bit of like a translator. So when we're working with scientists, we take like the technology that they're making, but then kind of make it more applicable, or think a bit of like the wider impact, or like how people can connect to and communicate with that.
I think what we do is try and make it easier for like the general public to understand what the scientists are doing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, and engage as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people just don't understand.
Yeah.
And like, if we get it on like a normal level, then we could, I guess, project it out into the world in a much simpler way that more people could understand.
That's why it would be so good if it was applied to politics, because so many people feel so like disconnected to everything, and you know, all that whole.
I mean, Kristina, your project, you know, looking into mining and stuff, yours was almost exposing a lot of things. Do you think that needs to happen a lot more? You know, we talk about transparency here. You were saying these materials are in these products that we all have in our house and we have no idea. And it goes back to you, democratizing technology. We have all these products and all these adverts and all these TV shows and stuff, but we don't often know what's behind it, and you know, we can't really go on for much longer because we've learned that our world is very fragile.
I think because we've become in this, I think they say that like most thing in the world, it's like it's owned by, you know, I think there's like such a small amount of brands and stuff, and I think it's become, you know, with globalization stuff, there's, you know, great things about globalization, but I think it has that idea of like local and stuff, it's become so much bigger than that, and therefore, and it's become kind of, you know, we live in a capitalist society, so it's become normal and part of our day-to-day life. So actually, when I was doing my project, it was so difficult to find that information about, you know, like where our everyday items are from. And the problem with that is that therefore the information is so difficult to find out. It takes so much time. The average person doesn't do that. And even when you find that information, it's that idea of these huge companies, because they've kind of, these big companies often, you know, they've almost become like in tune with politics and stuff. They're so powerful, and that idea of like, I think we do need to strive to make these companies you know, not just get away with anything, you know, when they are damaging local communities, when what they're doing is really affecting the environment and stuff, rather than growth and profit always being prioritised, we've got to think, okay, but actually we've got to come down to what's good for the people and all the people, and sometimes it's, you know, makes certain people's lives very convenient, but how's that affecting other people's, and especially in the global south, or the, you know,